Christina, the Happy Heretic. I wanted to do a quick worm bin update. First of all, show the size of the thing. It's a 55-gallon tote from Lowe's or Home Depot. And it's only filled maybe a quarter of the way. I've already taken some out. Let's see what's going on down here. Oh, they're right up under the... They're right up under the cardboard. I covered it because I was having some problems with... I allow some beneficial, well, they're really gross, but lots of other critters to come in because this is my outdoor worm bin, and I let pretty much anything in here, but it got out of hand. There were too many things. Look at the babies. Lots of worms right on top. Okay, I'll cover you guys back up. It's about, you know what, I meant to get their food, and I forgot before I started. On that side, other than the stuff right on top, I've gotten most of the big pieces out, and I moved them over to the other side of the bin to let this side finish up. And this side is actually kind of gross, if you want to look at it that way. It's got lots of uncomposted stuff, things that they have not broken down, but let's see if I can get them. You know what, it's just harder that way, hang on. Yeah, you see where they like it? They love this stuff. I read somewhere the other day that worms don't like cardboard. Somebody is out of their mind. They lay so many eggs and love it. Let's use coffee filter, newspaper, cardboard, all kinds of gross stuff in here. Napkins. Hi guys. Alright, I do want to get, they're going to dive back down. And I don't want to disrupt the bin too much because I'm going to do a big harvest pretty soon. Look at you move. There's a baby. Where is he? It's hard to see. Where did he go? He's gone already. No way. There is... Put my finger on it. It is so hard to see things out here. Through the viewfinder. Where's my finger? There it is. There's an egg. You can see it right there. Cocoon. Alright, I want to dig deeper because what I was talking about is a lot of people say that the worms stay right on the top, but look at this. When I go down several inches, like I said, this is the gross side of the bed, but it's also apparently where they want to be. And they're breaking things down really well. Hang on. Let's see, I don't want to hurt anybody. That's the worms. Remember, I don't know if any of you are following, but they love pet hair, and all that is pet hair. I groomed Snoopy again the other day and clipped him back, and I never fail to find worms in pet hair. I should probably, nah, that's fine. Oh, wait. Alright, I really need, I wish I had my glove, and I don't know where I put it somewhere, and I don't know where it is. Look at that, there we go. Look at them move when they're like, oh no. And the thing is, on this side of the bin, there's a little bit of smell, so I keep it covered up, and there's not usually, but I just watered the bin, and when I do that, especially on a side like this, there's a little bit more smell than normal. All right, I'm gonna cover that back up. And I'll probably have to add a little bit more paper. But adding the cardboard on top, and I also have a sheet, let's see. that I use, like that. And that keeps pretty much everything out. All right, I said I was not going to disturb this worm bin, but this side, I want you to see the difference in what all that nasty mess on the other side turns into. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Hello, Mr. Worm. I see, oh, good Lord, look, I see so many cocoons just right here. All right, what I want to see over here, though, the whole point of this, is I want to see if there's anything going on at the bottom. I don't want all these dry ones going back in, because as few as possible, because this is the side I harvest from, and I'm going to have to pick them out anyway, which is why I was not going to disturb the worm bin. Okay, let's see what's going on underneath. You know what? There's less food over here. There's far fewer worms. There's a few finishing off. Oops, wait a minute. I pretty much can't go anywhere in the worm bin and not find worms. I have a lot of worms. But what I was hoping to find, there we go. The further down I go, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna feed on this side, because it's frozen and oh, there they are. See what I mean? They're always down at the bottom. Hey guys. I feed them frozen and chopped food because they go through it so fast. That's kind of a quick meal, and it encourages them. I want them to finish up on this side of the bin. That must have been where the food was, because there's a ton of them here. And then I have to hand pick out everything I stir back in there. All right, cover them up. Sorry, guys. And because I've disturbed everything, I'm also going to add the cardboard. I normally wouldn't in the daytime, but I'm going to. But anyway, it just amazes me that I push things back. And from that disgusting mess you saw earlier, although I say disgusting mess, and it does get that way, but for the longest time I didn't allow what is going on the other side, because it was inside, so I didn't allow extra pests or any smell at all. When it's covered up like it is right now, you can't smell anything. If you dig way, way down in there, there's a little bit, which means there's some anaerobic activity going on. But as long as they are choosing to go over there in such huge numbers, I know that it's okay. They have this entire bed, several inches. They can go where they want, and because there's so much in here, even when it gets, 95, 96, 97 degrees outside, and this is sitting on my concrete patio, they never get too hot. I come in here and I put my hand on the soil and touch it and make sure it's not warm. And if the top is warm, I just put my finger down, just like you would a plant, just, to the first or second knuckle, and it's always way cooler than it is outside. So they can choose to go where they want to. So the point of that was, even though I'm not real fond of this side, and this is the first week I've ever let it get that way, they're loving it. So as long as they get in there and process it pretty quickly, I'm gonna leave it. At first I was letting it dry out because I was gonna take it all out and try to harvest the whole bin. But I decided to do it in sections like this. Let them move over there, start that decomposition process, and I will be harvesting from this side, which means I need to cover it up to protect it. And I'll feed one more time today, and then give it about a week, and then remove all this dry material from the top, pick out any big pieces that are left and any worms, and harvest, because I am sending some vermicompost to 3 people. Just check my shipping methods, check to see, and I want feedback from them on how effective they thought it was, what they thought of the soil. So we're gonna see how that goes. And that's it today from the worm farm of the Happy Heretic. Like it if you like it, and subscribe if you want to see what crazy thing I'm up to on any given day.